Alright guys, last segment here. Last story we got here is the government is still trying to deport KILMAR ABREGO GARCIA. And this comes after we've gotten him back, and the government itself has admitted this was one of the bigger stories this year, really. The government admitted that they deported this man, KILMAR ABREGO GARCIA, wrongfully. Okay, so then they got him back, and now they're trying to re-deport him, which is crazy. It's absolutely insane that this is happening. I'll go over everything. Go over this story for you guys. I really don't even need a story to. It's mind-boggling that this guy is being deported or trying to be deported again. For multiple reasons. One reason, they're trying to deport him to Uganda this time. KILMAR ABREGO GARCIA, one, isn't from Uganda, or two, has never been to Uganda. So what does that even mean? This is like real, because he's back in their custody after being released for I think like 2 days or 3 days, and now he's already back into custody. And this is just a wild goose chase that they're trying to do to deport this one man, and I don't know why, but they're so singling him out like bad. And I will admit it's horrible. Even for this admin, it's just blatantly obvious. But yeah, I mean this administration, man, is just starting to get insane, and I mean it's just starting. You're just starting to see these headlines that aren't normal at all start to become so common and normal. And even things that I've seen in my life, I've seen the Trump administration making people's lives worse just already. Like the other day, I was talking to my doctor, and he was talking about how some people were even people that I've talked to, I know, and will say that they trying to get on the ACA and with the marketplace, and it's starting to get even harder to get on it. And the people that if you call them, actually they'll say, and I've called them before, they'll say there's extra paperwork you have to fill out, and it's just making it overall harder to get on the ACA now. And these are people that need it, and they just want you to submit a lot of documentation, and they're just cracking down on it bad. Because when I called, the lady I spoke to, she said that she's never seen this a day in her life, that you have to submit this many papers, and she's been working there since 2010. So it's like, yeah, I mean, these people are cracking down on just regular people. Like, it's insane. But there's no crackdown at all on the billionaires, and actually they're extending their tax cuts. I mean, like, it's starting to become insane. And I guess Jennifer Welch would say it the best. I've had it. I mean, it's starting to get worse and worse. It's insane. And that's not the first time I've heard that. Even before this, I've heard that from my other doctor. That's not the one I just talked to. Of just people just starting to get. It's just starting to get harder to get on healthcare, and the process is just getting a lot harder. But that's enough of my side tangent. I will go over this video first, and then I'll get into an article, and I'll get into another picture just to round it all up, and you guys will see. Here's the video. Here's him speaking.
Dios está con nosotros. Dios nunca nos dejará. Independientemente de lo que pase hoy,
regardless of what happens here today,
con ICE, prométenme esto.
In my ICE checking, promise me this.
Que seguirán luchando, orando, creyendo en la dignidad y la libertad no solo para mí, para todos.
Deport him to Uganda. That doesn't even make sense. That's literally incoherent.
There was no need for them to take him into ICE detention. He was already on electronic monitoring from the U.S. Marshal Service and basically on house arrest. We asked the ICE officer what the reason for his detention was. The ICE officer didn't answer. The ICE officer stated that he'll be taken to a detention center. We asked the ICE officer which detention center. The ICE officer said that they weren't able to say.
So these agents, these ICE agents, are just taking this man. They're taking him into custody after they've wrongfully deported him to a different country. Alright guys, I had to go do something real quick, but I'm back now and I'll finish. This clip only has like 10 seconds left, so. That was, he did that speech like, and then literally right after he went into ICE custody. That's his wife right there. You know, and a lot of, I've seen that guy that was basically appointed border czar by Donald Trump. I can't remember his name, but he's basically saying that this guy is like this huge, dangerous criminal because he hit his wife or whatever it is, you know. But his wife, whatever he did to her, I do not condone, by the way, at all. But first of all, she retracted her, I think it was like restraining order that she had on him. And it's just simply hypocritical because Donald Trump has even pardoned people that were convicted of domestic violence or alleged domestic violence. So it's just hypocritical. If you hate it so much, why are you pardoning people that has done it or allegedly done it, right? So that part just doesn't make any sense. And I just I will pull up this article on the screen, but I just want to say I read a little bit of this article, not a lot. I really don't need to read a lot of it. This guy was sent because I mean I've been over this story earlier in the year. But this guy is, first off, here legally. Okay, let's just summarize this whole story. He's here legally. The judge said that he gave him like a permit to stay here, so he's not an illegal immigrant. The only thing he did wrong, to my knowledge, is that he potentially did some bad things to his wife, and that's why she did. She did all those lawsuits and restraining orders or whatnot, but then she retracted all those, and then after she retracted them, and then they got KILMAR ABREGO GARCIA. She sued the U.S. government for sending him off to El Salvador. Now, now knowing that he's an American, or not, he's not an American citizen, but knowing that he's here legally, and then when you first arrested him with ICE, the judge said not to deport him, and you deported him anyways to El Salvador, and in El Salvador, he was beaten, tortured in El Salvador. And then you yourself admit that you wrongfully deported him, brought him back. 3 days later, you try to send him off again. Or 3 days later, after you released him, 3 days later, you go and put him in custody again. And then now you want to say that you want to deport him to a different country that he is not from or has never been to. That is fascism. That is ridiculous. What are we doing? You know, and then you want to talk about how you want everybody to come here legally, and you're Donald Trump, right? You are cracking down on illegal immigration. You want people to come here legally. Stop coming here illegally. You start doing this to legal immigration, this is what starts to happen. One, the United States this year is going to have more people leave than come in for the first time since, like, I can't remember the stat. It was a long time ago. Okay, I think it was like the 80s or 90s maybe. That's not good. Just so you guys know, that's not good that more people are leaving than coming in. First off, that's for work reasons. People on farms and things of that nature. And another thing, our legal immigration is just broken. Okay. I watched a great video the other day. Maybe I will go over it on my channel just so everybody will get a better understanding of this. But our legal immigration is literally broken. We don't have good pathways for people that we need to come over here to do jobs, like jobs like farming and construction. American citizens just don't do those jobs. They don't want to do those jobs, and we need people that want to do those jobs. And this is off topic from KILMAR, because KILMAR isn't even here illegally. But since we don't give away enough people or enough visas for work, we literally have like a limit, and we don't give enough visas out for farming, construction, whatever the industry may be. We need people to work those jobs, and we don't give visas out like that for those types of jobs. And why? It's because the immigration law has been the same for an insanely long time. Okay, I think it's like the 70s or something like that. Okay, and the United States is way bigger now than it was in the 70s. Okay, in the 70s we probably had like this is just a total guess, but it's probably around like maybe something under 200 million. I'll look it up very quickly. But now we have 330 people in the United States. So like we need more people than what you're saying. Okay, I was barely off. We had 200 million. I mean, we have we have almost 150 more million people in this country. That's a lot of more jobs, and we got to start giving out better ways to get here illegally, not only for immigrants, for us, for our business owners that are needing helpers with their businesses, or whatever you want to call it. But it's simply broken, and we need to have it reformed. Not what Donald Trump's doing. If you like what Donald Trump's doing, it's not a solution to anything. It's just an executive order that says that they got to remain in Mexico, and it doesn't do anything for us. It's just it slows people coming in, but that's not the problem. If you do that for a long time, it's just going to be a lot of people that aren't going to have workers. Simply that is the simple reality. That is the true reality of the situation. Okay, and for a long time, since the immigration system is so broken, and we need these workers, we've been depending on illegal immigrants to do the work. Okay, so since you can't get them legally because the immigration system is broken, and you won't allow people to come over here, and they need to work now. The United States has been benefiting from illegal immigration for a long time, because we need each other. Especially if you don't allow them to come in legally. So I just wanted to run that down or explain that really quick while he's trying to crack down on illegal immigration. First of all, you need to fix the system. Now, as much as I want to see the system fixed, do I think that it will look good under Donald Trump and his Republicans? Probably not. We'll see if they try to do something within, I guess, the next year and a half. Or really, he only has like a year and 3 months. And I believe he's going to get smacked in the he's gonna get smacked in the midterms, and hopefully the bill comes after then. Shit, because I don't trust the Republicans and Donald Trump to have a good bill there and have good policy. At least if we win the midterms and the House is what I'm expecting that we win. At least, you know, they'll have to play some type of ball to get in their immigration system. And if not, you know, if they can't come to terms with the Democrats in the House, with the House in 2026, then they'd be gambling that the Democrats win everything in 2028, Senate, House, and presidency, which could happen because you know, the presidency now is not popular at all, and just recently some of our candidates are starting to shine, like Gavin Newsom, and Gavin Newsom as of late for sure, and then AOC had with her tour earlier this year was a big hit. So, you know, and with this administration downtrending, that could definitely happen in 2028, which that's how I'm seeing it right now. Congress is in recess right now. Maybe they get something done within the next year and 3 months to fix this immigration thing. It probably won't look good, like I said, if they can write it up without any pushback from the Democrats. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But I guess I'll pull up the article for you guys here. I think I broke it down pretty well. But you know, he's an American, not American. He's not an American citizen, but he's here legally. We already did him so wrong because he got abused in CCOT in El Salvador, and that's not cool. And you know, as a United States citizen, I feel bad for him personally. And I don't. And if you don't feel that way towards him, I think you are not a good human being. I can't fathom a real person thinking a man that was illegally deported, and even a judge told the president of the United States not to deport him. He got deported anyway to a country that he's not supposed to be in, and he was beat and tortured. As the White House are saying that that was our fault, and then you bring him back, and then you try to harass him some more. Okay, if you think that's right, you're the problem. You are the problem. You are the problem with this country, and that's why you fuel people like Donald Trump. Okay, that's just simply the truth. If you support that, if you support his second arrest, especially, you're insane. Okay. And then well, I'll read this first, and then I'll get into my second. Okay. Abrego Garcia detained again after administration signaled it would redeport him. It's just fucking insane. This move came 3 days after KILMAR Armando, I didn't know that was a part of his middle name, KILMAR Armando Abrego Garcia was freed from custody in a criminal case that was filed against him in federal district court in Nashville. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I haven't read this because I don't need to read it to know that this is fucking insane. I'll read the first couple paragraphs. KILMAR Abrego Garcia, the immigrant who was wrongfully expelled to El Salvador in March and then brought back to face criminal charges, was detained again on Monday after the administration indicated that it planned to redeport him to Uganda, his lawyer said. Now, I didn't even weigh on that in my rant. Like, where is Uganda coming from? This is a whole different continent. You guys send him to El Salvador, okay, and then you bring him back. Now it's Uganda, a whole different continent across the ocean to Africa. Like, where's this coming from? You're all over the place. Administration, you're all over the place. You are itching just to deport this man for some reason. For some reason. I don't know what it is. That they are just fixated on this man, and it's sad to see, truly. Okay, the rest says that the detention unfolded after Mr. Abrego Garcia arrived at an Immigration and Customs Enforcement office in Baltimore and came only 3 days after he was freed from custody in the criminal case that was filed against him in federal district court in Nashville. Okay, the administration has insisted that Mr. Abrego Garcia would never go free on American soil. He's here illegal. He's here legally, and they don't want him to go free on American soil. This is the things that they will do to you guys, bro. Here legally or not, this is what they're This is what they're portraying. This is what ICE is portraying. This is why ICE's approval rating is so low. It's so low. I mean, like, I know he did some bad things to his wife, but I mean, Donald Trump done bad things, and there's just the difference. The hypocrisy is insane. Never let go on American soil for someone where the judge said he can, and the judge said he's here legally. This is insane. And his lawyer said over the weekend that Trump officials had threatened to deport him to Uganda after he was released from the Tennessee jail. Outside the ICE office on Monday, a lawyer for Mr. Abrego Garcia, Simon Sandoval Mohisenberg, said that the stated intention of the meeting was for an interview. Clearly, that was false. He said, adding that the immigration authorities did not say why Mr. Abrego Garcia was being detained or even where he would be taken. And they arrested him, and then they won't even say where he's going. They won't even say what detention he's going. This is what other word than fascism? I can't think of one. In what world do you arrest somebody and say you don't know where they're going to be taken? I mean, cops don't even do that. Cops, like, they arrest you. They say, okay, we're going to the local jail. We're going to the jail, and here's the address. They know exactly where they're going. You guys are arresting these people and don't even know where you're going. They don't give a shit about these people, bro. Like just human to human, they don't even care. They don't even look at them as humans. I really don't think so. Look at like alligator Alcatraz. Whatever it's called, Alcatraz, or some people call it alligator Auschwitz. Okay, where people had to drink water out of the toilets that they shit in, and like literally in alligator Alcatraz. And then the judge, nobody cares. The judge had to step in and say, okay, we're not doing this. Stop building, and you need to start putting these people in places where they can live actually and get water, at least. Just because they're immigrants, that doesn't mean you can make the facility all shit and make them drink out of the shit water. Bro, this is aggravating at this point, and I'm getting pissed off. Like, just everything that these people are doing is insane, and this is basically my rant video, okay? Because this thing after thing, ever since I've been starting this YouTube channel, I don't know how you can't start getting pissed. Like, I'm actually angry inside. These people are making regular people's lives worse, whether that be American or not, or just here legally, a legal immigrant. You're scared to go outside. People, you want to strip the people's health care away, and it's starting to trickle down to everybody, and they're starting to see that this is insane. So, it's just ridiculous. And just to point out, Donald Trump, you remember when he thought that this man actually had this written on his fingers? Do you guys remember the video when Donald Trump actually thought that this man had this, the president of the United States thought that this man had this tattooed on his fingers? He literally thought, like, no joke, he had MS-13 on his fingers. He, to my knowledge, there's not even a shred of evidence that he's in the MS-13 gang. I think I do remember that he said that, like, he might have had, like, some enemies in El Salvador prison or something like that. I don't really know. I really don't even care, to be honest. If there's no solid evidence that he's in MS-13, or that he was here, that he's here illegally. He's here legally. Like, that's all that matters. I don't see what else we need to talk about. This is cut dry common sense, and they always want to talk about common sense. This is common sense. I don't need to read these big paragraphs or go really deep dive when it's common sense. This is common sense, guys. This is one of the more common sense stories that I've had. You need to stop shipping this guy out. You need to stop trying to send this guy to some random fucking country. You're trying to send him to Uganda now. That doesn't even make sense. And first you try to send him to El Salvador. That's a whole different. I mean, how many miles away is that? That's across the whole ocean away. From Uganda to El Salvador. You're just trying to send him to whoever takes him. Obviously. So yeah, I mean, this administration is giving me a headache. You know, by the day, honestly. It's living up to its name as fascist, I'd say. You know, and I wasn't even a fan of throwing that term around. You know, especially during the campaign last year. You know, I wasn't, you know, one of those far left people, I guess, that are just throwing the word fascism around, but you know, now it's fascism. I'm sorry. Or it's definitely fascist tendencies. I know it's not like an actual fascist regime, I'd say, like a real one, like Joseph Stalin or something like that. You know, I think that, I mean, the fascist name is getting a little watered down there. A lot of things are. I just want to explain that it is being watered down. Just like how, you know, the right will call anybody, or like Zoran Mamdani, a socialist. Like, no, he's not a real socialist. Like, he's not like an actual fucking socialist, right? But it's like, he's a democratic socialist. That's why he claims it that way. Because obviously these extreme examples that the left and right are throwing, like fascism or socialism, isn't the actual crazy socialism or fascism that you're thinking of. But, you know, it's a lot of, especially with the fashion thing and the right, it's a lot of consistencies with fascism. You know, ignoring judges, trying to send this guy to Uganda. This guy's never stepped foot in Uganda. I mean, trying to put up or Donald Trump ordered, like last week, to put up the Confederate generals statue, the one that said that whites and whites only will govern this race, and but he's trying to say that the Smithsonian is trying to depict slavery as too bad, but while he's trying to uplift these Confederate generals, and even went as far as to praise Robert E. Lee one time. Like, it's just a lot of examples that I could be going over all day of how it's at least similar to fascism or fascist tendencies. Like I said, again, I'm not going to say he's like Joseph Stalin, where he's just an actual autocrat, but I mean, it's bad. Okay, it's definitely bad, and it's undeniably bad. I don't care what anybody says. Don't listen to the propaganda Charlie Kirk gives you or whoever it is. This is bad. This is not normal, and it's getting annoying and more annoying by the day. Okay, but that's it for today, guys. I can't keep thinking about Donald Trump before my head fucking blows off. But they're just doing KILMAR, ABREGO, GARCIA so bad. I can't imagine if I was him. They're literally just trying to take his civil liberties away from him. He's here legally, and they're trying to deport him to 2 different continents. So yeah, that's going on, and I just broke that down there. Okay, that's gonna be the end of the show today, guys. Dude, I've recorded like almost 2 hours of videos today. The first one with the Rampage Jackson, second one with the Destiny story, and this one, I guess you could write this down as a rant. Almost, right? It's a lot of me just talking and giving my personal experience of this administration and the obvious wrongdoings they're doing to other people here legally here. So I mean, it's all insane. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off here, guys. I have all my socials at the bottom. And you can follow me out there. I tweet on X all the time. On if you want to see more of my opinions, I guess, or rant, if you're counting this video. I'm also going to upload another Reddit post, or not Reddit, Substack post on my Substack at some point this week. Today's Monday. At some point, I will upload something. So if you want to follow me there as well. And then if you want to donate to independent media, all my stuff is down below, like Cash App and things of that nature. It does take a little while to record all these videos, especially like today. Today's one of the longer days. I recorded like 2 hours of videos. Now I'm going to edit and things of that nature. So yeah, I appreciate every dollar if you guys did donate to me, and just to help support independent media. But I just appreciate everybody that watches, and if you would like and subscribe, that helped me out just as much. So I appreciate all you guys for watching my videos, and of course comment as well if you had any opinions. And thank you guys.